This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson.
And this one too low.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge.
55 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
first down. Carson. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Carson. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now Wilson on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Wilson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Pick up there on the scramble.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. There he goes left side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 75 yards. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they are going to set up sharp at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Penny, the first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 2. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 38 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 53 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
Leaves it for Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Returning right back to Lockett.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd and inches, Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by by Jamal Adams. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Wilson going to try once more. Inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one's back to an 8-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 7 yards, the pickup there. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
and this is taken in at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. One last shot for Wilson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.